Hey, what's up, Shane and Mason? This is a demo video for 2 Survivor hilts and 5 chassis. Normally I would do the demo right here, but there are a ton of things to go over and it's a little bit difficult to hold everything up to the camera and go over them. One thing we will go over first, before I switch over to my desk and just have like a bird's eye view of my desk, is the Bluetooth modules. Because when I do stuff over my desk, I'm using my phone, and so I wasn't able to show the Bluetooth functionality. I had actually just recorded the over the desk portion. So what we're going to do is we've got a chassis here with a Bluetooth. We've got another chassis with a Bluetooth. We've got 3 chassis with Bluetooth modules. So we'll go over them one by one. All right, first we'll go over this one. So we'll just turn this on real quick. And I will go over all of these in depth here in a second. But just for now, just to show you that the Bluetooth works. So we'll turn on the Saber with the kill switch. I'm going to use the ForceSync app. When it pops up, mine's not going to do it now because it already did. But initially when you do this, it's going to ask you to pair a device, I believe, first. You don't need a code, just go ahead and hit pair. And then after you hit pair, you're going to see this option. You might have 1 or 2 options, but that one is the important one. It says FSC BT909. So just click on that. Which I'm going to do right now. I believe this is the screen where it's going to ask you to pair. Just go ahead and hit pair. Don't put in a code. You've got several different boards to choose from, but the first one is CFX. So we're just going to click on CFX. It'll bring you here. We're going to do remote control. All right, and I'm going to turn this on. Hit some clashes. Some lockup. And turn it off. All right. We're going to flip this off, put it off to the side. You've got your modular chassis for your crossguard. It also has a Bluetooth, so we'll turn that on real quick. I had to close down my app every time I switched to a different chassis, so I just got to open it up real quick again. Hit that BT909, click CFX. We'll go to remote control, and I'll turn this one on. All right, hit some clashes on this one. And then turn this off. All right, we'll flip the kill switch on that. I got to close my app back down so that I can log into a new chassis. All right, now we've got this one with the double crystal chamber. So again, we'll turn this on first and then open the app. Searching for Sabers, BT909, CFX, remote control, and then we'll turn this one on. All right, some flashes on this one. Very simple setup here. Some lockup, and I'll turn it off. All right, just like that. So all 3 of these Bluetooth modules are working. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the video and I'm going to insert the portion that I recorded earlier where I'm above my desk doing all of the demos. Thank you for reaching out to me and having me do this. If you have any questions on any of these Sabers, please let me know and I'll answer them right away, but they should be all pretty straightforward. All right, thanks. All right, Mason, let's go over all this. There is a lot to go over. So what I'm going to do is we'll get the Sabers out of the way, but we've got this regular Survivor all set up. So both of them are 1-button setups, but we'll plug in some chassis into this here in a second and I'll show you how this works. We'll put this off to the side for now. We've got your crossguard right here, so we're going to go over this. Whoops. Show you that this works along with your side blades. I of course have these side blades installed for the demo, but I'll be taking these out before I ship this out just so that they don't break and we can tuck these away. All right, so we've got the crossguard here. We've got the extra handle for your crossguard. I will make sure to package this up extra special because this piece kind of stays in, right? So if you're going to use this extension, there is a, we can unscrew this pommel. There's a chassis in here that holds a 28mm speaker. That chassis is meant to go in there, and then after it goes in there, I installed this guy, and this was threaded. So it threaded into that chassis, thereby, you know, locking everything in place. So this is essentially one piece. Something I'll say about this is you want to be careful with that. You always want to be careful when you have a 3D printed part that sticks out. So just be careful of that. No big deal. We'll put this off to the side. This is another piece because a lot of these things are modular. So if we put these, let's see, we'll put these off to the side, this one off to the side, this one off. We'll put these two off to the side as well. And we'll just go over this one first, right? So all of them have CFX. This one happens to have an OLED screen also. It has a Bluetooth module. They're all removable battery setups. They all have the stock rotary PCB. And then 4 out of the 5 have the USB side sticking up, and then the SD card on the bottom. You have this one, this simple chassis, right? Or not simple, but this basic chassis right here with the SD card on top. All right, so also there's a kill switch right in front of the board. But this one is rather modular. You can take this speaker and you can twist it off. And then you've got your stock PCB system in there, right? So why would you want to do that? So this is for the crossguard variant. So when this piece comes into play, you will take your speaker off like that. You'll take this extension piece, you'll put this in. These are all Jimmy Junk Sabers provided from Saberbay. And this has his twist and lock system on it. So you twist and you lock that guy down, because when it goes into the handle, you know, it kind of guides this speaker stem basically into place, and that's how you make contact and get that 28mm sound. All right, so we're going to take that out for now. We'll pop this extension off, put it off to the side. We'll put our speaker back in, come over here and flip the kill switch. So you've got your OLED screen, you can see your Bluetooth. So one thing I didn't think about is when I'm doing this kind of stuff over my desk, I use my phone. So I think towards the end of the demo video, I'm going to cut back to where I'm facing the camera, and I'll show you that the ones that have Bluetooth actually work. But they all have twist on. They got your OLED screen working there. You got twist off. All right, we'll put that off to the side. I'll show you that they all work first, and then we'll plug them into the Sabers. All right, so heading off to the next one, this is 2 of the basic chassis. So again, kill switch here. I believe this is a 22mm speaker here, removable battery. This one is set up though to have some shine through at the pommel. All right, so we'll flip this on. You'll see this start to blink just like that, and it will pulse, all right? And then when you turn the saber on, it matches the blade. Just like that, all right? We'll turn that off. You're probably gonna get sick of hearing this sound font because it's the same one 5 times, but so that one works. We'll put it off to the side and go over this one. Same thing. Same accent. It'll pulse. All right.
Cell energy critical.
So cell energy critical. This is a brand new battery, and I haven't charged these. These are all brand new batteries that Shane provided. He provided the entire kit for all of these. I just wired them up. So I have not charged any of these batteries. This one is particularly low, and that's what that sound means. So you'll want to charge these up. All right, but we'll flip this off for now. This is working fine. Put it off to the side. Slide this one in. So this is the first one that I did. It has a little bit more than the other 3 that we just went over, because it has a crystal chamber right here. If you look closely in the crystal chamber, it also has a spinning plasma gate piece, all right? But you still have an OLED screen, Bluetooth module. Now your kill switch is off to the side of the board, 28mm speaker, and of course the rotary PCB. So we'll come over here to the side and flip the kill switch. Now this will pulse, and I've got the motor set up on LED pad 4, so it starts spinning when the Saber's on. You can see that all the way around. It's your OLED screen. And then the motor stops when the Saber's off. All right, so we'll come over here and flip this one off. This one's working fine. And then the fifth and final one is also a bit modular, because you still have your 22mm speaker, your Bluetooth module, your OLED screen, removable battery, kill switch in front of the board. Now you have two crystal chambers. So you've got this one right here that stays in place, and you've got this one right here that's on a twist and lock system. I always forget which way to twist, and I don't want to break it. All right, twist counterclockwise to take that out. And then you've got this stock PCB in here to bring power to this crystal chamber if you'd like it to do different things. All right, so we're gonna plug this back in just so that I can show you that everything works. All crystal chambers are wired to the LS2 pad, so they act differently than the blade, or you can program them to do anything that you want them to do. So basically on this one, the LS2 pad from the board goes to this crystal chamber, and then this crystal chamber goes to this crystal. All right, so you can program these to do anything that you like, but for now this is going to pulse when the Saber's off, and then when you turn the Saber on, they will both match the blade. That's just how I have it set up for now. All right, so we'll turn this on. Oops. OLED screen's working well there. You can see you've got a pulsing in your crystal chamber until we twist it on. Now both crystals work. Got your OLED animation. And we'll twist it off there and turn that off. All right, so now let's start going over the Sabers themselves. There's a lot of chassis here. I'm trying to make room. We'll go over the normal Survivor first. All right, so we'll just take the handle off. You do the same thing on both of these guys. Just take your handle off. We're gonna leave that off for now. Take your chassis. It all has the same twist lock system from Jimmy Junk. Just kind of twist it in here until you feel it go in. And, you know, as soon as you feel it go in, then you can kind of twist it clockwise in place, and it will click in place and it will stay there. You can come over here and hit your kill switch. And now you can hit your power button.
Cell energy critical.
This is the dead one almost. But you can see you got some nice shine through there. If I were to take this blade plug out real quick, you can see your stock V4 in there, so that's all lighting up well. All right, and then when you want to take the chassis out, sorry, I'm trying to stay in frame. When you want to take the chassis out, remember, small turn counterclockwise, it'll unclick and you can pull it right out. So that's this chassis. We'll put it over there, all right? Put the blade plug over there. We'll go over the second basic chassis design. So remember, if you don't hit it right, that's fine. Just kind of twist it until you feel it go in like that. And then you want to push forward and give it a small twist clockwise to lock it in. Turn it on. Hit power. That's that chassis. All right, so counterclockwise, pull it out, put it over here. We'll go over this one. put this over here too, sorry. So this is the one with the crystal chamber and the spinning plasma gate, right? So again, we'll flip this on first because you can't access the kill switch when it's in here. All right. Come over here and find our bearings, which we found right there. Click it in, hit power. You got your crystal chamber, still lighting, everything's lighting up well. We're looking good there. We'll twist it off, take that out and flip the kill switch, all right? And we've got this guy right here. So the double crystal chamber, you don't have to turn this one on until you have it inside of the hilt, but we'll come find our place, click it in, flip our kill switch. Hit power, and then you'll notice how this matches your blade, all right? Kind of long, but you can see it right there, right? So twist it off and turn it off. Take it out, and then our final one is this guy right here, and this will also be the one that I test out the cross guard and show you that it works. I've showed you that all the chassis work after this one. I've showed you that the wiring in this particular Saber is good, so we don't have to go through and put all 5 chassis into the other Saber. We'll just use this one, which is basically the one that is designated for the cross guard if you're going to use the handle extension. All right, so anyway, we'll come over and flip this on first. Find our place right here, clockwise twist, power. So you got your OLED animation, you got your LEDs firing up, and a good twist off. All right, so we'll turn that off. We're gonna keep that right here. We're gonna take this guy. I'm just going to put this off to the side. Now we've gone through all 5 chassis. We've gone through the wiring that's in the upper portion of this Saber. Everything's good to go here. All right, so let's go over the cross guard. A bit of a beast to install, but very cool once it's all done. So you'll notice that on each side you have some switches. You've got a switch here and you've got a switch here, but because they look identical, you know, I went ahead and I set this up for a 1-button setup, so it doesn't matter what button you press, it's going to act the same. All right, these blades come out by this little grub screw right here. So after we get done firing this guy up, I'll show you how to take these blades out, and I'll show you how they're keyed at the PCB so that you can only put them in one way. But this also has a stock PCB. Let me take the handle off because it doesn't want to fit in the frame. Your stock V4 NPXL, all right, so that's in there just fine. We're gonna come over here again, flip our kill switch, find our place here, twist it on. We'll hit this one first.
Cell energy critical.
Oh, this one's almost dead too. But you can see how your cross guards turn on. You can fold them out if you like. Both sides, right? We'll flip it back over. Now we're gonna flip it over, battery side, and we'll turn on with this switch right here.
Cell energy critical.
So now you've got, hopefully you can see that in there. Let me see if I can get it in camera. All those are lighting up. Your blades are lighting up. Again, you know, you can bring these however you like. Tighten them down here if you want. All right, we're gonna take this chassis out.
Energy critical.
Very dead battery, but that's okay. So, when moving these blades, you can move it to wherever you like, right? If you don't like how loose it is, you can come over here in these little knurled knobs. You've got 2 for each blade. You can come over here and you can tighten them with your finger. That helps hold them in place. on both sides. It's good to come over here and give them a little twist every so often anyway if you're moving these up and down, to make sure that they don't fall out. But to take the blades out, what I'll do is I'll just come over here, loosen this guy. You don't have to take it all the way out, but we're going to loosen it. Pull the blade out, that easy. I'll put this back in, all right? We'll do it to the other side. That easy. Now, once I do that, if you can look inside of here, if it's going to pick up on my camera, you've got those 3 pins. And I don't know if you can see that there is a hole on that PCB holder on this side of the PCB holder, right? It might be a little bit dark in there, but that hole right there is for the ledge on this PCB holder. So you can see like how it's got that piece sticking out. That makes sure that you can only put this in one way and that those 3 pins always make contact with these 3 pads. And of course, that's the same on both blades. All right, so that's pretty much that. We will try out real quick this extension right here. All right, so we're gonna take this extension, we're gonna screw it on. Got it all locked down. Come over here. We're gonna take our speaker off. All right, put it off to the side. Remember to put on your extension here. That just helps guide the stem. So we'll turn this on. Put this in place very carefully. Screw in your handle. You don't want to break anything, so just take your time with it. And if everything made a connection right, we should get sound. There, now we've got sound out of that back speaker, that 28mm speaker that we got hidden in the pommel here through that stem extension. All right? Go ahead and turn that back off. Very carefully take this off. You do not want to break that stem. In fact, I should have taken off the back piece first, but that's okay. And we'll flip this off. I'm gonna put your 28mm speaker piece back in because I'm gonna ship it this way. And you can take this off right here. Careful, can't stress that enough. Please be careful, all right? I'll put your pommel back on. But that is basically your 2 Sabers and your 5 chassis and a combination of them all. Let me know, or Shane know, if you have any questions, and if it's something that Shane can't answer that, because of something that I did, I'll get back with him pretty quick. But that's it.